Moxley is back. He has made his long-awaited AEW return tonight after 3 months of being away from AEW television. And man, he just cut a passionate promo. Moxley was sorely missed from AEW TV, and now that he is back, I can probably speak for everybody when I say that we are just excited that he is back and healthy, and he's just ready to go, and he looks fantastic, man. Cody Rhodes is also back. That might actually not be in everyone's favor. That might not actually be something that everybody enjoys, but man, certainly do I. I do. Like this man is absolutely one of the most intriguing portions of the show, and he is going to have an amazing ladder match for the undisputed TNT Championship against Sammy Guevara next week at Beach Break. And I just can't wait to see what goes down when all of that happens next week. Also, we had the House of Black debut, make their in-ring debut, so to speak, as Brody King and Malachi Black. They teamed up against the Varsity Blondes in what was it was a really good tag match for like the debut of a new tag team. I just hope that Malachi Black is not solely just going to be associated with this tag team. I want him to be a single star as well, because we all know that guy is a world champion type of guy, and I hope that that AEW, Jesus Christ, sorry, that AEW treats this tag team in the right light. We also had Punk and Shawn Spears. That match went exactly probably how everybody thought it was going to. But hey, the match between MJF and Punk, when that happens, it's just going to be absolutely amazing. Let's talk Dynamite tonight. This is the best podcast in the land of TikTok. This is Outside the Brand. We'll talk to you in just a little bit. Let's go. What up, y'all? Got my boy Nate here. What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for joining us right here on the podcast. This is your AEW Dynamite post-show review right here on Outside the Brand. It is January 19th, 2022. I am your host, Phil, and this is Outside the Brand. Follow us on the social media. All of the TikTok links are down in the description below. Follow me on Twitter at PhenomenalP3, on Instagram at PhillyMet. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on the bell to all notifications. That way you never miss when we go live. We are on the road to 500 subscribers, as you guys know already. I want to thank you guys so much for all the support that you guys have given us so far on this journey here on YouTube. Please go check out any of the other content you may have missed on the channel. We are going to be pumping out a ton of content this week, as man, there's been a ton of news heading into the world of professional wrestling, and we are going to be getting it out to you guys as much as we possibly can. So thank you guys so much for the support that you guys have given us thus far. We have our Monday Night Raw review and the latest episode of Tuesday's Talk waiting for you guys to enjoy whenever you may want to do so. So before we get started, I want you guys to hit that thumbs up. That thumbs up button is huge for us here on OTB. If we can get this stream to 15 likes minimum, that would be greatly appreciated. I know you guys have done it before, and I know you guys can do it again. Nate, tonight was a great episode of Dynamite tonight. Moxley's back. Cody's back. Mixed tag match. We're going to have a ladder match next week. Brody King and Malachi Black are absolutely fantastic together. This shit was so good tonight. I loved it.
Yeah, I was happy too. My guy Moxley is back. He looked like crazy healthy, man. He looks good.
Looked great.
Yeah, he looks good. Hopefully they got that fan out that heckled him in the beginning.
Dude, that was so.
Yeah, that was dumb. I'm like, why would you
I
do
felt
that?
so bad for Moxley at that moment, but hey, he said, you know what? Go fuck yourself. Get that
Yeah,
guy out of the ring.
yeah,
Get that guy out of the arena. And they did. They listened. So, um, such an insensitive human being that was. The man knew he had a problem. The man checked himself in the rehab. It takes a lot of guts to do something like that, right?
hmm
And you go away for 3 months to get healthy. Man looks absolutely great. He's telling us his story pretty much in such a passionate promo that I'm gonna you guys know I do the whole ringside news like recap of the show. I know, and the thing is, I don't think really anybody, whoever is live here on YouTube for like the IWC recapping Dynamite tonight, nobody's going to be able to do the Jon Moxley promo justice. When anybody recaps it and when I recap it for you guys here, like there's no way we can do it justice. You have to go listen to it if you did not listen to it tonight on Dynamite. It was absolutely one of the most passionate promos I have ever heard anybody speak. It was so good. I'm so happy that Moxley's back.
yeah. It was really heartfelt. Really, really good. It was short and to the point, but it was really, really good. And like I said, I'm pretty sure that we're all happy that Moxley is back too. Um, as far as the overall show was really good. From the matches to all the promos and segments, everything was really good. So, yeah, let's get into it, Phil.
All right, all right. So, I do kind of have to talk about one little thing before we get right into the actual portion of the show. Cody Rhodes was in a ton of news this week when it comes to not only his contract situation, but just him and this forbidden door, so to speak, when it comes to WWE. We all know the Royal Rumble. We all know that the WWE is trying to do this forbidden door entrant for the Men's Royal Rumble this year. Um, First of all, I have to tell you guys this because I know you guys are really hyped out about it, and I mean, we're all hyped about it too. But at the end of the day, first of all, I have to tell you guys this, and I know you guys are not gonna want to hear this, but this whole Forbidden Door thing for WWE, that they're only using that term mainly because just a that's just a thing that everybody's using because of what Tony Khan has really done when it comes to the business of professional wrestling, working with other promotions and all that kind of stuff. They're only using that term because that's kind of the thing that's going around right now. Um, when it comes to Cody and his contract situation, and people legitimately thinking that he's going to be showing up in the Rumble as either Stardust or legitimately as Cody Rhodes, highly doubt that's happening. I would love to see. Trust me, I'd love to see Cody Rhodes come go to the Rumble, but I'm telling you right now, I don't think it's happening.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening either. A lot of people have been thinking a lot of AEW superstars is gonna show up in the Rumble as the Forbidden Door, and we already know that WWE is working with Impact, so it is probably going to be more of an Impact wrestler,
Yeah,
or it might not be a Forbidden Door entry at all. We don't know.
and that's the
Um,
thing. Like people think that like just this Forbidden Door entrant is a solid done deal. Like if it is a done deal, great. But I'm telling you guys right now, WWE doesn't like playing well with others either. So, if anything, if anything, this is probably only gonna benefit for one company, and that is WWE. I don't think any of the other promotions that they're trying to work with. I, Look what happened to Evolve, and that's your one. point of interest right there. When WWE was trying to work with Evolve, they bought him out,
Right.
and Evolve is not even a thing anymore. So I get that everybody's hyped out about it, but we need to slow down because there's no forbidden door in WWE. I think once this all blows over and once the Rumble is over, I don't think we're gonna be able to. I don't think we're seeing Impact anymore on WWE TV. I really don't.
Yeah, I'm pretty much what you feel. I don't think that's gonna happen either. They're only agreeing with Impact now just because they're pretty much Mickey James. Because they need women in the Women's Royal Rumble. As far as the men, I I really don't think that they need men for the Royal Rumble on from different companies at least. But um, yeah, I think that's the only reason why Impact is working with WWE just for Mickey James. But other than that, I'm with you, Phil. I don't think it's going to be like a long term thing. I think it's just a one off thing and then it's over. So
Yeah. If it was Triple H and like his WWE, then I'd be probably saying something different. But like we all know what happened to Triple H. We don't even have to go into that. But
yeah,
um, but yeah. So let's pump the brakes a little bit when it comes to the whole Forbidden Door and WWE thing. But at the end of the day, Cody Rhodes is the talk of the town right now. Um, his contract situation with AEW is up in the air, but telling you guys right now, he'll be fat. He'll be back. He's gonna resign, and things are gonna be fine. He was one of the founders of AEW. There's no way that he's just gonna up and leave Tony Khan and the rest of the elite, even if the elite and him have some kind of heat backstage. There's no way he's leaving this company. Um. So with that being said, he showed up tonight with this massive ladder. He puts it in the ring. It's just this massive ladder, Nate. Like it looks like almost a Big Show ladder from that Money in the Bank match. You remember
yeah.
that?
So
Like
yeah,
that shit was huge. Um, so he shows up with this massive ladder, sets it up in the ring, and he was doing this promo. We'll get into the logistics of it in a second, but next week on AEW Beach Break, we will be having that Shawn Michaels Riz Ramon type ladder match for both championships to crown the undisputed TNT champion. I wanted a ladder match. I think pretty much all of us wanted a ladder match. So that Sammy Guevara, Jesus. So that Sammy Guevara does not get pinned again. The ladder match was the right move, and man, it's gonna be a great match next week.
I can't wait for that. I about said the ladder match I can't wait for, but the real match that they just announced today, Adam Cole versus Orange Cassidy. Oh
And that
my
lights out
god,
match, that
man.
is gonna be so good.
Oh my god. I was like, word, yes.
You want to
So
know what I thought they were going to do, though? And here's what I thought was going to happen. We all know where Beach Break is, and it's in Cleveland.
mhm.
I thought Adam Cole was going to get his brethren of the Paragon. I got to continue using it so I can get used to it.
Oh god.
The Undisputed Era is what I'm technically speaking of, but he's going to get his Paragon brethren, uh, Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish. We were going to have a 6-man tag, right? We were
Mhm.
going to have Orange Cassidy. Let's say it was going to be Rocky Romero, who actually made his return to Dynamite tonight. Um, that was him with Trent, if you didn't know.
Yeah, I know.
Um, and a, let's just say, a mystery partner versus those three. You know where I'm going with this, right?
I think I
Who's
am,
from
but
Cleveland? Who's from
Mr.
Cleveland that was he didn't get released, but his NXT contract kind of, went bye-bye.
Mr. Johnny Wrestling.
Bingo. Mystery partner all of a sudden comes out. Obviously not to Rebel Heart, but the Rebel Heart of Cleveland, Ohio returns to professional wrestling and teams with Orange Cassidy and uh Rocky Romero or some kind of maybe it's Trent, maybe it's Chucky T, who knows. But I thought we were gonna get like a 6-person tag at Beach Break. But hey, lights out match. You're not gonna get a complaint out of me. We still might get Rebel Heart next week, but who knows? Brody King just debuted last week, so maybe they're trying to pump the brakes on debuts. Who knows? I would love to see it though. Come on now, you tell me you would not want to see Johnny Gargano back in professional wrestling.
Yeah,
but
that would be dope.
but yeah, that would be great. So so we'll get that ladder match. We'll get that lights out match. Uh, man, next week. Next week. Lav said that this was going to be that this was going to be AEW SummerSlam. Technically, you're right in saying it because it's all beach and summer theme, but like it's in January, so I don't know how that really works out. But hey, it's okay.
Yeah,
That's just semantics.
yeah. I was about to say it's more like the WCW version of the
Yeah,
Beach Bash.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly it. That's the
but
whole. That's the whole
mhm.
reason why they actually made that a thing. They couldn't. They couldn't trademark bash at the beach or beach bash or whatever. So they did a beach break instead, which is cool. Um, Johnny Dynamite Aiden. I kind of like that actually.
I was about to say
Um,
that sounds dope. Yeah.
it's actually not bad. um, but it's basically bash at the beach, right? Um, so yeah, I just can't wait to see all those things happen at Beach Break. It's gonna be an absolutely amazing show. Uh, we also had an amazing show tonight, though. Like this was a great show. We're gonna get into the Moxley stuff in just a quick second, but guys, I can't believe that we're only in year 3 of AEW, and AEW's gotten a lot of hype before, but I don't think AEW's gotten this much hype in quite some time. Um, Pretty much ever since year 3 started, AEW and just not only their weekly shows, but just the entire company is on an absolute rise. Like people joke that I'm a part of the payroll all the time, and I kind of just embrace it. People call me PK for God's sakes. Um, but I can't like Tony Khan is doing such an amazing job with everything that he's doing under the sun of AEW that like I just can't wait to see what year 5 brings, what year 10 brings. Like AEW is such on a great roll right now that I told you guys from the beginning, if you're not a part of the AEW train, you better get to the next train stop and you better get on it quick. Because if you're not on here, you're gonna get lost in the shuffle and you're gonna get dusted. I love everything that's been happening here in AEW.
Yeah, facts. Me too. Which is why I'm like preferring AEW more over WWE now. And I've been getting some flack about it in my lives. Like, oh, why are you watching this? WWE is better than AEW. And I'm like, you obviously haven't watched AEW long enough to actually see their growth and what they've been
Right.
doing better than WWE, like their matches and storytelling. It's a whole bunch of other stuff that they're doing way better than WWE, obviously. And I was about to say Cody talked about that in his promo, but yeah, but yeah, like Phil said, man, like at least give AEW a try, and is really good, guys.
Yeah.
From where they started 3 years ago to now, it's really good. So
And like we're not trying to persuade you in any way. Like if you like WWE or if you just can't get away from WWE because that's kind of where you started, let's say in the world of professional wrestling, who am I to tell you what you can and cannot like? You can like whatever you want. Uh you can watch whatever you want to watch. Like that's your prerogative. Whatever you do on your own time when it comes to the world of professional wrestling, that's on you. And we don't have a say in what you do. But AEW is just completely on a roll right now that like I just feel like you just can't help but not can't help but watch. Like they're doing such intriguing stuff on TV. How could you
right,
not? How could you not watch? Like, um, like just yesterday we saw Walter get his name changed to Gunther. Like, first of all, that name did not need to be changed whatsoever. And with a quick Google search, you'll find out that Gunther is not really associated with some great people. Um, I don't even think I can actually even say what the whole Gunther Stark thing is about here on
yeah,
YouTube, so I'm not even gonna say it.
yeah. History
Um,
lesson, boys and girls. Just go look.
yes.
Yeah, look it up.
It all you have to do is just type in Google Gunther Stark and you'll find it right there. Um Obviously I feel like WWE once they figure out what the heck is the heck they actually trademarked, they'll probably do something about it. But when it came to Walter last night, he just said Gunther. So he didn't say Gunther Stark. So I think they might just only have him be Gunther. Um Hopefully, that's it. If you're just gonna say Gunther, that's one thing, but just change him back to Walter,
Yeah,
please.
please,
That's it. Um,
please.
I watched a Narcos video on it, Loff, and no, I keep thinking that Loff is supposed to be here, and he is, but he has some things that he needs to do. That's why he's not. But I watched Narcos video on it, Nate,
Yeah.
and um, from what he was saying, it kind of makes sense as to why um I believe he's pretty much insinuating that Walter kind of wanted the name changed so that he can, like, if God forbid he ever actually did get released, Walter could still be his.
Hmm.
Um, so Gunther, in a way, just kind of is a placeholder of a name for him, just so that, like, if God, like I said, God forbid he got released, he can still use Walter
Oh,
elsewhere.
okay.
I don't think. I mean, heck, I mean I mean that's just his theory on it, but I mean I kind of agree with it. I mean, like why would he want Walter to be trademarked so that if he like like I kept saying, and this is the third time saying it, God forbid he ever got released, now he can't be Walter anymore outside of WWE, you know?
Right.
So that could be the case, but it shouldn't have happened anyway. Anytime that WWE sees somebody like a foreigner, and shout out to you, Suplex, they always try to just change something about it to make it fit their kind of style.
Hmm.
And that's what happened with Rusev. That's what's now happening to Walter. There you go. But let's talk about Dynamite tonight, guys. This was a great show. Um, and yeah, this was they did it to Cesaro.
Yep.
But I mean,
Mustafa
Cesaro
Ali.
just has never really lifted off the ground since then. Um, but yeah, Dynamite tonight, great stuff. We're gonna kick things off with the Moxley promo. Like I said, I can't do it justice, um, but we're gonna try because this Moxley promo definitely deserves it. Um, if you guys have not seen it, like I said, go check it out. Um,
Yeah,
Here's a
it's
two.
uploaded on YouTube now.
Oh,
I
okay, that's
just
great.
checked it. So
Is it the full one or is it just clippets?
it's 7 minutes, so I believe it's the full
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Hey, they even did a brief 2 minute extension of it on their Twitter. Um, the 2 minutes they actually clipped for their Twitter account was some pretty passionate stuff anyway. Um, so it was great, and it was a vibe tonight, Josh. I will say that. It was a great show, and like I said, I'm gonna go through the promo, but I can't do it justice. You actually have to see Moxley do it himself. Um, so let's get right into it. JR welcomes us to the show, and the first man out making his AEW return, Jon Moxley. Moxley
Yes.
walks out through the crowd, and the crowd was singing "Wild Thing." It took me a little bit to get used to the Wild Thing being his theme song instead of
Yeah.
like his last theme song, but
Yeah.
I think it fits him now.
Yeah.
He
Because
is a Wild Thing at the end of the day.
yeah, I liked his older theme song better, but like you said, Phil, it got a lot of getting used to, and now Wild Thing is man,
It's
and it's
just
also
there.
good that he's
It's awesome.
he's bringing back Wild Thing too, because Wild Thing was a good song back
Right.
in like the '80s and stuff. So
Yeah. I'm glad actually Tony Khan actually he got the rights to actually be able to use it. Um, so he walks out, crowd is singing Wild Thing, huge Moxley chants were going on, and he gets on the mic. Welcome back chants were happening, and Moxley says a little while ago somebody shouts something from the crowd, and Moxley tells him to just go fuck himself and just to get out of the arena. um, just it's Moxley. What do you want to do?
man, that
Like,
was dumb. Like, bro, I'm sitting there and I was like,
he just
I'm
shouts
like,
out something
yeah,
and all this.
like, bro, I said, did this dude just heckle Moxley on his first night back? And then Moxley, yeah, go fluff yourself. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Oh, and by the way, people were worrying about him saying "go fuck yourself" on like TV and everything. Don't worry, it's on cable. It don't mean shit.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fine. Like the TV network. People were saying that the TV network is going to be upset at AEW and Tony Khan for that. It's gonna be fine. They just got the TBS. What can they do? This is their third show, third show on TBS. I don't think they can really. It's on cable. You're fine. Uh, I don't think really anything Tony Khan's gonna have to worry about it. So he says that. And Moxley says a while ago he fell asleep uh and he had a bad dream. He faces his face was bruised and cut up, and he had a demon that followed him around his whole life. It was laughing at him. Everything you have in your life that's good doesn't belong to you. Quote, do you really think you would have made it this far? Unquote. He woke up he made before that he could answer. Moxley says that he has more scars on his body than most, but the scars that you can't see are the most important ones. Those are the scars that make you who you are. Nobody's perfect. Everybody should bear their scars to the world and show them who they really are. There are people who want to write him off, but they can shove it up their ass. Great stuff by Moxley, as always. Uh, he doesn't run from demons. He beats the shit out of them. We are going to ride in the year of 2022. He will grab the world of professional wrestling by the balls and say that he is truly free. He has been to hell Nobody can put him through more hell than he has already been through. These days, all he drinks is blood. Moxley leaves through the crowd, and commentary runs down the card for tonight's show. That was a very, very brief mentioning of what he said in this promo. But I have to say this, and I have to say this with the utmost respect. Moxley is one of the most passionate guys on the mic I have ever even heard. There are many people that when they have a mic in their hands, they can be as passionate as pretty much anybody. But man, after everything that Moxley has been through over the past 3 years, checking himself in the rehab, going through all the motions of trying to get himself back into a healthy state of mind, this was something that he needed to do. And the thing is, he did it in the middle of the ring in front of all of us and in front of the world. Not a ton of AEW promos are inside the ring. But this one had to be to prove that Moxley is okay, Moxley is back, and he's better than ever.
Yeah, this promo right here was extremely heartfelt. It was really, really good, and like I said, I'm with all of us in saying that we're glad that Moxley is back. We're glad that he's back healthy, and I know that he's feeling the same way too. And you gotta remember, guys, he's a father now. So
Yes.
yeah, man, you gotta go home, see his baby girl, make sure that she's okay, make sure his wife is okay, himself included, and yeah, man, I'm glad that he's back. He's back to doing his thing, man, and that's pretty much all I can say, pretty much. But yeah, man, I'm just happy that he's back. So
It's a great thing to see. 2022, I feel, is going to be like Moxley's already been to the top of this company. He's been a world champion. But I'm telling you guys right now, Moxley, but the way that Moxley is, yeah, he can make a mid-card rivalry seem that much more special. So wherever he's going to be on the card for AEW moving forward, he's going to kill it, and he's going to do great things, and I just can't wait to see where he goes from here. I want him to be inserted into this Eddie Kingston and Jericho feud. I want him inserted right into that so that Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley could either fight Santana and Ortiz or Jericho and somebody else from the inner circle, or maybe somebody else. I think that would be great. I know 2.0 and Daniel Garcia are kind of mixing it up with Jericho and Eddie Kingston right now, but Moxley and Eddie Kingston, they've always been linked together. So I feel like it's something kind of right to do something like that, you know?
yeah,
But like you said earlier, a Jon Moxley Bryan Danielson kind of thing at Revolution is not bad either. Because we were supposed to get that in the finals of the tournament. But obviously due to Moxley checking himself in, we couldn't get that. And Moxley was supposed to be a heel, but that's obviously scrapped. You're not turning Moxley heel after everything that he went through.
yeah,
You can't. So yeah. It's great that Moxley's back, and I just can't wait to see where he goes from here.
yeah, same.
So we had a commercial break, and then we came back to MJF backstage. He says that last week was an absolute travesty. Punk took the easy way out. Wardlow should have reversed it, but that's neither here or there, but he is here to apologize. Wardlow has been a stellar employee and friend. It is his birthday today, so he just apologizes. But as much as that pains him, he will have to dock Wardlow's pay. If Wardlow wins the Face of the Revolution ladder match, his pay will go right back up to the standards that he used to have. Spears will show the world how to get the job done tonight against CM Punk and be the best accountability buddy that he could possibly be. First of all, the best accountability, like the accountability buddy shit from MJF is just fucking fantastic. I love it. We all know everybody loves MJF here on the podcast. MJF is just an absolute treasure. We were actually just sent like earlier today, guys. On the OTB group chat, we were just sending shit about MJF, like sending clips of MJF, like from either independent promotions or AEW, and or signings for AEW. Like it's absolutely amazing what MJF does, and when he wins that world championship, Nate, it's gonna be so good, so good.
Yeah, I was about to say everybody's gonna lose their minds when that happens.
I want them to go to New York as the Dynamite after when he wins that world championship. I don't care how you do it. I don't care if you even just have to live stream it to New York. I don't even know how that would even be possible. But like, I don't care. Do it in New York. Either do it in Chicago for CM Punk if they're trying to do it for that long. And like, whatever city they go to after MJF wins the world title, bro. It's gonna. You know how hard everybody's gonna boo that night.
Oh man.
Can't wait for Wardlow to turn face. Me neither. I kind of want it to happen already, but you know what? I trust in Tony Khan, and I know he's gonna do it in the right way. People are saying that he could actually even be the ticket to have MJF not be the world champion. That that possibly could cost MJF the world title when he's in a world title match, which is honestly not that bad of an idea, but I kind of want to have MJF as champion.
All right.
So, but hey, Wardlow as a babyface, I think he'll thrive as a babyface, honestly. But if he is gonna be a babyface, he better be good on the mic.
Yeah, I was about to say he still needs to build up some type of character. Because right now he's just MJF's bodyguard. He don't talk much, don't get a chance to express himself really. Right. So once he get that character in a little bit, then he'll be fine. So.
And the thing is, well, here's the thing. With him being tied to MJF, it's not really his fault that he hasn't really spoken much. Because anytime he's actually maybe even tried, MJF is just went either ahead of him or just talked over him. And it's just MJF being MJF. So, like I said, it's not really his fault, but at the end of the day, you do need mic skills in order to be somewhat of a good guy here in professional wrestling. So,
yeah,
we'll see what happens. I trust Wardlow though. He's a great guy. It seems like he's a great guy. He's obviously a great worker. So, we'll see what happens. Jazz says that she loves the long-term storytelling that AEW is doing. Long-term booking is their thing. And that's what's great about it.
Yeah.
People, we wanted long-term booking for so long when it comes to WWE. Now that we get it in AEW, people are like, come on, we kind of just want instant gratification. If you want instant gratification, well, I don't even know if you even say instant gratification in WWE in the same sense, because you're not really gratified.
Right.
If you just want something instant, you go to WWE. But there you go. The long-term booking is their thing. And it's obviously worked in the past, so. First OTB in weeks. Hey, we're just glad you're back here, Jazz. We missed you here in the chat, so you're always supporting us regardless, so it's awesome that you're here. So you can technically say the Roman and Seth was a very maybe it's kind of long term, but just Roman's title reign, that's obviously been long term, over 500 days, and people are starting to hate it now. But hey, you know, Roman's gonna be Roman, and he's gonna be world champion, so we might as well just live with it. And I love it, so I'm gonna continue to like it.
I was I'm fine with it. So
let's do it. Adam Cole makes his entrance.
Yes, sir. Adam Cole, baby.
We do the boom every time.
Yeah, yes, sir.
We did the Adam Cole, baby. That part of the entrance. The only thing, like, I know I know the Doctor has to make her own entrance. But man, it would have been great to see both of them enter at the same time,
Yeah,
and maybe
I was
even
thinking
Adam
that
Cole
too.
doing the DMD thing. That would be great to see, or even Britt Baker doing the Bebe kind of thing. That would have been
Yeah,
great. But
I was thinking that too.
Adam Cole makes his entrance. Britt Baker makes her entrance. Orange Cassidy, and then obviously Kris Statlander. This mixed tag team match had everything, bro. I loved mixed tag team match, and like everything that was going on here. Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy work so well together. Britt Baker is, well, she's not only a queen, but she is just an absolute amazing professional wrestler. And Kris Statlander is so underrated in this company. I
That's true.
love Kris
Yeah.
Statlander. She's so good. And she's been great ever since her comeback from the knee injury.
Yeah, Adam. I liked Adam Cole and Britt Baker's gear. They both were wearing the red. I'm like, okay, all right, I like it. I like it. But yeah, this match was good. I was about to say it's still a lot of people that hate on Orange Cassidy because they're like, he's not serious, he's laid back, he's a funny wrestler type guy. Because like
That's his shtick.
Phil, did you see those devastating kicks to Britt
Dude,
Baker's
those
shin?
kicks are the most devastating kicks in all
My
professional wrestling.
God, bro. Her shins were on fire after those kicks.
Yes. And did you see that trustful? Oh, no, he was just standing on the apron and he just fell over onto Adam
Just
Cole.
fell
It
over.
was great.
Man, it was amazing.
Like, you see Kris Statlander on the other side of the apron, legitimately just like kicking her foot back and doing like a shooting star press from the apron on a
Yeah.
standing Britt Baker, and then you just see Orange Cassidy fall off the apron and onto Adam Cole. Great stuff. And like, listen, Orange Cassidy is his own breed, and Orange Cassidy he's got such a unique and intriguing type of character. You just can't help but like it. And if
Yeah.
you don't like it, then you just obviously don't understand, and that's okay. I mean, when I saw Orange Cassidy on like my first like ever time watching Dynamite, I didn't really get it either until I actually started to look up more Orange Cassidy stuff. And then I got it once
Right.
I figured it out. But you just got to figure it out if you don't like it or don't understand it. And you will if you just put the time and effort to learn about Orange Cassidy in the way that I did.
Yeah, because Orange Cassidy is actually really good in the ring.
Yeah. And once he actually does get the speed going, he's absolutely insane. Like the guy can put on the brakes when he has to and put on the jets when he has to. So he's great. I saw someone earlier in the chat saying that Kris Statlander should be a TBS or just AEW Women's Champion by the end of the year. I completely see where you're coming from. She's definitely champion material, whether that is TBS or World Champion. She's definitely that type of material. I completely agree with that. So, man, Orange Cassidy, he could be a future world champion too if they get it right. I mean, he even had that thing with Kenny Omega back then, and he was in that triple threat, I believe, with Pac, and that was great.
Yeah.
So, Orange Cassidy and Kris Statlander will be fine here in AEW, and they'll be great. It's a great pairing. I didn't really get her being a part of the whole best friend stuff at first, but she just kind of fits in now.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, her with the best friends, it just clicks together.
Yeah, it fits now. So we're all good with that. But Kris Statlander and Orange Cassidy, they did lose here, but it's Adam Cole and Britt Baker. I don't think you're really gonna have them lose if you're teaming them up together. But this match was actually getting like really crazy. So Cassidy goes for a splash to the outside, but Cole hits a super kick. Statlander pushes Cassidy out of the way of a Panama Sunrise. Baker then hits a super kick, and then she hits a Pittsburgh Sunrise on the ramp. She calls it the Pittsburgh Sunrise. We all know what it really is for Adam Cole, the Panama one, but considering she's from Pittsburgh and everything, it works. So she hits the Pittsburgh Sunrise on the ramp to Kris Statlander. Cole then hits the Panama Sunrise in the ring, covers, and Orange Cassidy kicks out. I was legitimately shocked. I was like, whoa, wait a second, what? So Baker and Cole were just laying there, like, on their stomachs, like, just looking at each other like, what the fuck? Like, what? Like, what happened? Like, and Cole was, like, legitimately asking the referee, like, are you sure, like, that was 2 and everything? He's like, oh yeah, that was 2. It was 2, Cole.
The match is still going on.
Yeah, like everybody was insane. So Baker and Cole, they go to the Timeskeepers area. Cole was just legitimately furious at this point. He's like, get the fuck out of here, move your asses, get out. And they moved the table to ringside. Jerry, not. Why did I say Jerry Lawler? It wouldn't surprise me if Jerry Lawler actually got fired and went to AEW. But JR, he said probably one of the most funniest lines in commentary in a very long time, other than obviously Pat McAfee, who's one of the greatest commentators to ever fucking live. But he says, "Oh, would you look at that? They're arranging furniture like they do in their own home." That actually got me laughing out loud. That was pretty good. They got themselves moving furniture like they do in their own home. Well, that actually got me laughing. That was good, JR. Good job. So they moved the table to the ringside area. Cassidy was on the ring apron, and Cole was about to so Cole was about to actually hit Cassidy from behind to put him through the table. But Britt Baker, he moves out of the way, and Britt Baker actually goes through the table instead. Which is really, like, Britt Baker actually hit hard. And I hope she's good. And I'm not even just saying that because of my love for her. She actually did hit pretty hard. So I hope she's good there. So Cassidy accidentally knocks Britt Baker through the table. And Cole was absolutely furious at that.
Yeah, you can see it on his face. I'm like, oh man.
He's like, you motherfucker. You just
put
my
you
guy.
did it. You did it.
Like, you did not just do what I think you just did. So he's furious. Cole low blows Cassidy while the referee and Doc Samson are taking care of Britt Baker. So he hits a low blow and he pulls the knee pad down and hits the boom, the last shot, covers and gets the win. The cover was for about 7 to 8 seconds.
Yeah,
He
he was
covers
yelling
him,
at the ref.
and the referee was still checking on Britt Baker, and Cole was legitimately yelling, "Ref, ref, get your ass in the ring!" And then he gets in there, 1, 2, 3, and there you go. They win the match, but it was like for a good 7 to 8 seconds.
Yeah,
But Adam Cole and Britt Baker win. You got to keep these two together. They're so good together, and it's not only just because they are together in real life. They're good for TV. They're good for TV. So I hope Tony actually sees that and they can do something with it.
yeah. Um, yeah, another great spot in that match was when I forgot what moves that I think it was the shooting star and then the move where Orange
Him
Cassidy,
falling over. Yeah.
yeah, just fell over on Adam Cole, and
Yep.
then they hit the best friends hug, and
Yeah.
then
Yeah.
Adam Cole and Britt Baker both got up, hit them both with a pair of super kicks, and then they went in for the kick. I'm like, ah,
Yeah.
man,
That
that
was
was
awesome. That was
yeah, I
good.
was like, that was
That was really
beautiful,
good.
man. That was beautiful,
Um,
but
they're good for TV. It's not just because they're a couple. They're just good for TV. I hope Tony Khan sees that, and they should really keep them together. Like obviously, Britt Baker can and should do her own thing as women's world champion. She does not really need to be associated with the elite, but like just have them together. Period. Like it makes sense for them to be together. It works.
yeah, I can see that too. Yeah, for now, I was about to say keep them together. I was about to say obviously, both of them are gonna do their own thing
Yeah,
separately anyway. But I about to say I could,
cross paths every once in a while. It won't be bad.
yeah,
So Marvez was backstage with Chris Jericho, Santana, and Ortiz. Jericho says that he does not give a rat's ass about Kingston. Ortiz then interrupts and says, "Listen, you may not care about Eddie Kingston, but Santana and I do. So you need to just respect that." Then they go on to say, "Listen, maybe Eddie Kingston was right. Maybe Jericho is the reason that they aren't AEW World Tag Team Champions, while guys from the Pinnacle, while any other AEW tag team that is here in the company have been tag team champions and not them." So when has Jericho ever had their back? Jericho is like every single time that we've technically been associated with each other. Uh, go on to say that next week they will prove that they don't need Jericho to win. Do you feel me? And then they just walk away. Jericho then was like, "No, I don't feel you." And then he walks the other way. So I don't know, man. Trouble in Paradise in the Inner Circle.
yeah. I was thinking,
I'm intrigued by it though. I want to see
yeah,
where it goes.
because I'm like I said, so are they gonna break up the inner circle as a whole now? So because I'm about to say, obviously, Sammy is going after the TNT championship. Then I guess you're gonna put
Hager's been
um
absolutely absent, so I don't know where the fuck he's been. But Inner Circle, I don't think is going to be lasting that much longer.
yeah.
I mean, Jericho's in. I don't. Where's your head at when it comes to Jericho's in ring career? Do you want him to still continue wrestling, or do you kind of want him to just do these here and there kind of feuds when it's needed, and just him being backstage or obviously doing the commentary for Rampage?
I'm fine with him doing like here and there stuff and commentary and everything like that.
Because I
Because
don't think his full career in ring, he doesn't really need to be in the ring full time anymore.
yeah, you don't.
He's proven what he can do. He
Yeah,
was the first AEW World Champion. Like, he's proven what he can do in professional wrestling. He doesn't really need full time anymore.
yeah, you can just be there for like certain feuds or whenever they need him. Like I thought that he was gonna lose to MJF when they did that retirement match thing, that
Yeah.
career match. I thought he was gonna lose to MJF.
And that would have been a perfect way to just get him to do the commentary or backstage stuff.
Yeah, because I was like, I said, I don't know, I'm not ready for Chris Jericho to end his career. But now looking back at it, I'm like, that probably would have been the best thing. So, but yeah, I'm fine with him like just doing stuff around AEW and doing matches here and there.
Yeah.
Um, because he's still touring with Fozzy too, so
Yeah.
you really don't need him as much.
And
So
obviously he cares so much about his band, and who can really blame him?
right, so
Um but listen, I'm very intrigued. Pride and Powerful could leave the inner circle. The inner circle could just disband altogether. Who knows? But at the end of the day, we're all intrigued, and we're obviously going to keep watching.
right,
Um, so Marvez is backstage with Adam Cole, and this is where the whole Adam Cole and Orange Cassidy lights out match took place. Well, the announcement for it. Cole says that Cassidy has been a thorn in his side for far too long, and then he put his hands on his girlfriend, which was absolutely not okay. He has beaten Orange countless times, time and time again, and more. What more does he have to even do at this point? Next week, he will destroy Orange Cassidy. Next week, it will be anything goes, no disqualification, lights out match. It's time for Adam Cole to end Orange Cassidy's career. I'm telling you right now, I love Orange Cassidy. I kind of feel, I kind of, I just don't want this to be the actual first loss for Adam Cole. I don't want his first loss in AEW to be to Orange Cassidy. I don't know why. I don't know why that just does not sit well with me. But I don't know. Like when it comes to these kind of like mini feuds and everything, the babyface usually does go over. I don't know. I don't feel like Orange Cassidy is the guy to have beat Adam Cole in his first singles loss in the company. I don't know. It just
yeah,
feels weird to me.
I can see where you're coming from with that too. Um,
It's
yeah,
nothing to It's nothing to Orange Cassidy. There's no disrespect there. Trust me, but I don't know. It just doesn't feel right.
yeah, like I said, I understand where you're coming from. Like I thought Adam Cole's like first loss would probably be to like maybe like a Jungle Boy or like a CM Punk, maybe
Yeah, like
Brian
something
Danielson,
big.
something like that.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't be surprised if they allow Orange Cassidy to beat Adam Cole, but
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Um, when it comes to the feud and everything, I mean, it's kind of like Orange Cassidy almost kind of needs a win at this
right,
point. But like I think if Orange Cassidy needed a win that badly, a kind of a 6-man tag or a normal tag team match would kind of suffice. Um, a win because not only was Orange Cassidy a part of this feud, but so were the best friends when the Young Bucks were a part of it. So I don't know. Like we'll see what happens. I'm not gonna obviously write it off just yet, but I don't know. It just kind of felt weird to me that we could possibly see Orange Cassidy be the one to beat Adam Cole in his first singles loss.
right,
Um, but if it was an interference kind of a thing, and a Rebel Heart showed up for his first, and that's how Adam Cole got his first loss. And then we got into a Rebel Heart versus Adam Cole feud. I wouldn't mind that way. If Johnny Gargano was somehow just put into this, maybe. It is lights out, so anything goes, right? So I don't know. I'm just speculating at this point. I just want Johnny Gargano in AEW.
I just want it to happen.
I just want Johnny Gargano in AEW. Rebel Heart just shows up and costs Adam Cole to win, maybe. Anything is possible in this company, and I know that, but man, I just want the Rebel Heart to be here. And then the Black Heart too. Why not the Black Heart? Oh no, please don't release. No, fuck it. Tommaso Ciampa's fine. CM Punk has a 2-second match with Shawn Spears. Kind of had a feeling this was gonna happen. I didn't actually think it was gonna be 2 seconds, but
I didn't think it was gonna be 2 seconds either.
Trust me, that's not the legit time for it, but it felt like 2 seconds.
Man, I swear I was in my live and I looked down at the comments and then I looked back up and the match was over. And I was like, what happened? I was like, what happened? And then they showed the replay. I'm like, oh, I said he hurry up and hit a GTS and he won. I'm like, oh, okay.
All right, good night, Aiden. Yeah, get some sleep. But yeah, Punk just hits a GTS right out the gate, and Punk covers for the 1, 2, 3. Shawn Spears is actually screaming while he was in the GTS position too, and then as soon as he got hit, he kind of just went absolutely silent, and he got pinned. After the match, Punk stared down MJF, who was on commentary, not for long, obviously, but he was on. He was there. And MJF runs down to the ring while CM Punk had his back turned when he was standing on the second turnbuckle. Punk sees him before he can do anything, and Punk grabs MJF by the scarf. MJF then wiggles out of the scarf and runs away because CM Punk was about to do a lariat, but he got out of the way. And then, just to make it that much more personal, Punk puts on the scarf, and he just celebrates with the fans of with the AEW family, and yeah. So I can't wait for this MJF and Punk thing to happen, man. Who else does he have to go through? Unless we're gonna have 2 singles matches between Dax Harwood and Cash Wheeler, he can't go through anybody else. And trust me, I love that. I was gonna say Dax Harwood, right? Dax Harwood, yeah. I was gonna say Dash Wilder. For some
person,
Cash Wilder, Dax Harwood, I don't know, but listen, I love those 2 individually. I obviously love FTR. We all love FTR. But 2 singles matches with FTR and CM Punk is not a good way to continue this feud. He went through the people that MJF is mostly associated with. It's time for the match.
Yeah.
You can do the match at Beach Break and everybody will be fine with it.
Yeah. I'm about to say, you don't have to wait all the way until Revolution, which it looks like they're going to do.
They're trying to do it.
They're trying to do. So.
But you can have the match at Beach Break or any other kind of special event heading into Revolution in March, and nobody will notice the difference.
Right. It'll still be a good match either way.
Right. It's MJF and CM Punk. I don't think they're going to have a shitstorm. So when the match ever happens, it's obviously going to be great, and we obviously all just can't wait for it to happen at this point.
Also, I think that win for CM Punk might be a new AEW world record for the quickest match in AEW history.
I would seem so.
Somebody move over, Aaliyah.
Move over Aaliyah, move over Natalia for your Guinness World Records. CM Punk deserves that match now. CM Punk deserves that record now with Shawn Spears.
Exactly.
So we had a backstage segment, technically not even backstage. We were in the parking lot for this one. Billy Gunn and the Gun Club. Well, not technically the Gun Club. It's just Billy Gunn talking to Christian. So he was just talking to Christian. He tells him that his boys are ranked number 1 in all of AEW for their tag team division, which is honestly true. I did look it up. And they deserve a tag team championship match. Christian said that Austin and Colton do have what it takes, but they can't get the job done in big matches. The Gun Club beat down Christian. And they beat down Christian hard. I mean, Billy Gunn was like, hey, you don't fucking walk away from me. And then he just grabs him and chucks him into a garage. Then Austin and Colton just come from behind and is like, oh, yeah, well, we're not done with you. Yeah, chucks him into the garage. And I was like, what are you doing? Like, where's Jungle Boy? Where's Luchasaurus? Like, what's happening here? You're just leaving Christian high and dry.
They're on vacation. They just defended their titles on Friday.
Yeah, but Nate, come on. Well, here's the thing. We all know that this AEW World Tag Team Championship run for Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus was obviously impromptu, due to everything that kind of happened with Rey Fenix. And I want to get your thoughts on it. This might come to a bit of a shock to everybody, but during that match, Christian, I'm pretty sure you guys could tell during that match, Christian was not really acting like himself on ringside when everything was happening during the normal portions of the match. I felt like at times Christian could have almost turned heel during that match on Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus and almost could cost them the world championship. I felt like a Christian heel turn in AEW has been long overdue. But what are your thoughts? Do you think Christian could pull off a heel in AEW and they could have done something with Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy at that time? I felt like some kind of heel turn was coming because at some point, Christian does not really need to be associated with the Jurassic Express anymore.
Yeah, that's true. I'm about to say,
then obviously because of everything that happened, he couldn't turn heel when Rey Fenix shattered his elbow.
Yeah.
So they obviously probably just scrapped it.
Yeah, around that time, probably no. I about to say, of course, down the line, I could see him pulling off some type of heel turn or something like that. But around that time, around this time now, I kind of don't see it.
It would almost kind of be insensitive to do that now that they're not really the tag team champions anymore, and the actual Jungle guys are champions now. So, Christian is better as a face. I see that too. I just had a feeling that with everything going on with Jurassic Express and Christian, I just felt like a heel turn could possibly be coming in the future. But we'll see what happens. At the end of the day, I mean, Jurassic Express weren't there for their boy when the Gun Club just fucking destroyed him at a garage. So lights went out. You think it's Malachi Black? No. You think it's Brody King? Nah, it's Cody. It's Cody.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's not Malachi. And then I heard the music. I'm like,
It's
ah.
and then you hear the angels singing, and it's Cody, and you see the AEW chandelier rising, and it's Cody. You hear those angels singing, you know what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Cody time. It's here. Um, so Cody makes his long, long entrance, and he grabs a ladder from under the ring and sets it up. This ladder was fucking huge, Nate. And I don't know why this ladder had to be huge like this.
He was
But
teasing Jeff Hardy to
this was
AEW.
so huge.
he was teasing Jeff Hardy to AEW. That's what he was doing.
Jeff Hardy at Beach Break confirmed next week. Jeff Hardy Beach Break confirmed. Well, actually, Jeff Hardy is getting back in the ring.
Yeah, I saw that. He's advertised in March to wrestle.
He's advertised in March at at an independent show, teaming with his brother in over 3 years. I can't believe it's honestly been that long. They haven't teamed together in 3 years. That's insane.
Yeah.
Cody is the biggest heel without being a heel. That's so true. That's so true. It's so true. He's not even supposed to be a heel, but he gets booed everywhere he goes. And trust me, he knows that he knows that he gets booed.
Yeah, I think he mentioned that too in his promo.
Yeah.
That he was like, "Yeah, you guys want me to turn heel? Well, this and this and this and this." And I was like,
"Yeah,
my man's spitting bars right now." Yeah.
So, like I said, the lights went out. He grabs this ladder. He puts it in the ring. And Cody asks what we want to talk about. I don't know. It's your promo. Why are you asking us what we want to talk about? It's your promo. He is reminded of a man who sat on a stage and looked in a ring to give one of the most important addresses in the history of our sport. He mentions the pipe bomb by CM Punk.
Yeah.
Somebody told him to save this promo, but he is going to do it anyway. In the pipe bomb, he listed things going on in New Japan, working in Ring of Honor, teaming with the Young Bucks. He was unable to do those things. Shut the fuck up chance actually happened during this. And he would eventually wind up here in the comeback of the decade. Cody sucks chance then happened. This crowd is so good. In the void of CM Punk and what he left behind, somebody did do those things. I did those things. He did everything Punk said that he would do. And you want to ask why I won't turn heel? It's because they all cheer him when he's needed them the most. Not really. You've been getting booed for quite some time now, Cody, and I think you do know that. But and listen, yeah, you teamed with the Young Bucks. Yeah, you did some of the stuff that Punk said that he wanted to do during the pipe bomb. But listen, I felt like when he was doing that whole thing with the CM Punk and pipe bomb, it just felt like he was addressing CM Punk, and that's not what he's about right now. Cody Rhodes is not in a feud with CM Punk, even though I do feel like that could be coming soon.
Yeah.
And trust me, Cody has been wanting to work with Punk for years. But it just felt like he was addressing Punk, and that's not what we're doing right now. We're trying to find an undisputed TNT champion, and he's bringing up CM Punk. Felt weird. But then he started talking about the Forbidden Door. If you are an industry journalist and you disagree, you are not a journalist because I am the one who built it. Then Cody chants started happening. So once he started talking about the Forbidden Door and how AEW was really the whole sole creator of the Forbidden Door, then Cody Rhodes was actually starting to actually get some, normal stuff. Normal, okay stuff that people of his caliber should get. When he is gone for 2 weeks. And he was gone for 2 weeks. The Young Bucks almost started another Wednesday Night Wars, again by breaking development once again. He was pretty much insinuating about Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish being developmental because of their time in NXT. Listen, bro. Kyle O'Reilly and Bobby Fish are probably one of the best tag teams in the world right now. And I'm not even going to say probably. They are one of the best tag teams in the world right now. They are so fucking far off from developmental. So I don't know what the fuck that was about.
Yeah, you throwing shots. I'm like, is he throwing shots at the UE right now?
Like,
So
so that was weird in itself. And then he brings up Ricky Starks, who they are actually best friends outside of AEW and outside storytelling. Starks got in a little bit of a tiffy with Jay Lethal. And he says, listen, at the end of the day, the lethal injection is probably the only cutter that anybody really ever kicks out of, and that's just a fact. And I'm like, what are you, like, now you're bringing up Jay Lethal. Like, what is all of this coming to? Like, you have a big-ass ladder in the ring, and you're bringing up everybody else in storylines that are not yours. I was so confused at this point. So he talked about the lethal injection. Then he talked about Malachi Black. And Malachi Black beat him twice. And he hates to lose. We know that. Even though Saul wants to beat you 4 times in a matter of 5 matches, or 5 matches out of 7, or whatever the heck he wants to do for his next AEW contract. I'm like, Saul, you're not beating Cody Rhodes 5 times. Like he said in his promo tonight. He hates losing. So that's not happening. Love you, Saul. So he says he hates losing. Cody makes fun of Gunther. He actually did make fun of Gunther tonight. So he does that.
that was funny.
That one was good. I'll give him that, because Gunther should be made fun of. The name Gunther, at least. If you come to AEW and you call yourself Brody, you've got balls. And now he's bringing up Brody King. Like, what are you doing, dude? Like you need to stop taking other people's stories. Speaking of Brody, of Darby, of Miro, of Sammy, they are a legacy of champions. We don't have secondary belts, but right now there are 2. Now you get into this. Now you get into the TNT Championship shit. It's obvious that we need to do. It's obviously what we need to do. He looks up at the ladder. Tony has a contract, but it's not the one he wanted. Haha. Haha. Insinuating his free agency status.
Yeah, I was like,
I see what you're doing there, Code.
yeah, I was like, I see what he did there.
So at Beach Break, 2 titles, 1 champion. Sammy, what do you say? Cody climbs the ladder and holds the TNT Championship. Cody's winning this ladder match. I'm sorry. He's winning it. I don't. I love Sammy Guevara. You know I love Sammy Guevara. Everybody loves Sammy Guevara. But Cody's winning this thing. I'm sorry, but the thing is, it's going to make him way more intriguing. And... But honestly, with him with the belt and the way that he is being presented right now on AEW TV, it works. It works. And I know people are going to be upset with me on that. And I know people are going to be upset with me on that. People are going to clip this. People are only going to size. They're going to take a video on their phone of this podcast. I know what you guys are going to do. I've seen people do it before. And nobody's actually posted on TikTok, thank God. But now they are, now that I'm mentioning it. But you know what? Go ahead. I don't care. Cody Rhodes at the TNT Championship is probably one of the most right things that he can do for his character right now. You have him win this TNT Championship ladder match, and you have him be this absolute dick that he's already being. He's already bringing up people's stories. He already brought up CM Punk. He's doing all these things that are making him probably one of the most intriguing people on AEW TV right now. Cody Rhodes' TNT champion just works for his character right now, and I'm okay with it. But then once he actually needs to get that championship off of him, I don't know who he's actually going to be able to lose it to. Because he does not like losing. So who is he going to lose it to? We don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Like,
it's only going to make his run better.
Yeah, I definitely see. Well, I'm pretty sure we all see Sammy Guevara not walking away with the TNT Championship. And for since we already know that Sammy Guevara isn't gonna beat Cody, another person that I think that would be a good challenger for Cody for the TNT Championship, the man that just returned tonight, Jon Moxley, probably. I can see Moxley and Cody fighting for the TNT Championship, or I was gonna say, bring back Miro. Miro isn't doing anything right now.
That's true.
So
listen, I love Miro. I think Miro could be an absolute stud against Cody. Moxley, I wouldn't mind either. And like I said earlier, Moxley can make a secondary feud look like for a world championship. So Moxley and Cody wouldn't be bad either. There's so many people that Cody could get in the ring with, and it would actually be really good. It's not like, and people are going to say, I want Cody as champion. And you know what? I'm not afraid to say it. For the way he's being portrayed on character right now, being champion is probably the best thing for him. And then once he actually is able to give the championship to a person that can actually, benefit from beating a guy like Cody, then he'll step up and then he'll know what he needs to do.
Yeah.
Cody Rhodes knows what he's doing at the end of the day. He's not just putting himself as champion because he's an EVP of the company. He wants to tell a story. So I'm letting him tell it. That's the least we can do when it comes to this kind of thing. It's not all that bad, I feel. Miro is actually nursing a hamstring injury. Interesting. I didn't know that.
I did not know that either.
Hey, then I hope that hamstring injury heals well and he'll get back when he's ready to get back. But yeah, now that I praise Cody, everybody can stop the recording. You guys can clip it down to just my camera, and you can post it on TikTok
that's enough.
And let it for the world to see.
Get out of here. That's enough.
It wouldn't be shocking if that actually did happen, though.
Wake up tomorrow and just see Phil
I'm just
trending
gonna
on TikTok.
just Phil on every single For You page. Me talking everything about Cody.
Ask him on the station. Yeah, so Phil, about that,
everybody that we know is gonna be stitching in. They're like, Phil, fuck you. Like, no, everybody hates Cody. Why are you the only one that likes him? Like, all this kind of stuff. I don't care. I like the storytelling that he does, and I don't care. So there we go. We'll get that ladder match for both TNT championships, the crown and undisputed TNT champion. It's going to be a great match regardless. So who wins at the end of the day? We do, because we're going to have a great match.
Right.
Tony Schiavone is with Jade Cargill, the TBS champion, and Mark Sterling. I hate that she's the TBS champion, but that's just me. Anna Jay and John Silver then walk into their interview. I freaking love Anna Jay, dude. She's awesome. Another underrated female in this women's division. Jade has issued an open challenge, and Anna Jay says, "Listen, I'm going to be the one to accept it." Sterling says that they are thrilled to accept that they're thrilled that they're going to be accepting the challenge. Silver says Anna will beat her. And then she says, "Listen, I have had a dark side on me for a very long time now. I wrapped a barbed wire around my arm just to win a match. She will do whatever it takes to win. Will Jade?" Jade says, "Listen, at the end of the day, I'm that bitch show." So there you go. Plug for TBS, and it's her. It's her catchphrase too. So.
And your winner of the match on Friday, and it's still TBS champion,
Jade Cargill. I know.
Cargill.
Yeah, Jade's gonna win this. I love Anna Jay, and it's gonna be a great match. Don't get me wrong, but Jade Cargill's gonna have a run with this championship, and I'm just gonna have to accept it.
Yep. Like I said, the only other person that I could really, well, it's two people, but like the main one that I could really just see her taking the title off of Jade Cargill is Thunder Rosa.
Okay. I have another person in mind, but Thunder Rosa wouldn't be bad. Who was the other one that you were about to say?
Ruby.
Ruby. I'm saying Serena Deeb.
Serena Deeb.
Serena Deeb
Serena
is
Deeb
absolutely killing it right now. She's killing it. I feel like Serena Deeb. Was she a part of the tournament?
Yeah.
No, I don't think so.
Wait, what? Was she?
I got the TBS championship bracket right here. No, you guys will see it in a second. Oh, she was. It was Sheeta. She lost to Sheeta.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know. Serena Deeb, she's on such a complete roll right now. It would be so good to have Serena Deeb as a TBS champion. But hey, Thunder Rosa wouldn't be bad. Ruby Soho, I want Ruby Soho from the beginning.
Yeah, I'm awesome. Now that you said Serena Deeb, I can definitely see it now.
She's just been on such a complete roll right now. Like, she deserves something,
right,
for all this great work that she's been doing. We come back, and the House of Black make their entrance. That House of Black entrance is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love it, dude. I love Brody King. Obviously, Malachi Black is fucking fantastic. Like, they're so good, bro. I love that the House of Black is together.
I don't know why, but that entrance was like with Brody King having like the freaking scarf over his face.
Uh-huh.
It was like reminding me of Sanity. Like it was giving me Sanity vibes.
I can see that. Honestly, I can really see that now. Wow. Yeah. But yeah, Brody King and Malachi Black are perfect with each other. Varsity Blondes came out with Julia Hart. Julia Hart's still with that eye patch. She's still Pirate Heart. I'm telling you right now, one of these times she's going to take off that eye patch and it's going to be all black and she's turning on the Varsity Blondes. I could see it.
I'm waiting for it to happen too.
If it happens, just call me the Nostradamus of AEW. Or you can just call me PK like you always do anyway. House of Black reminds you of the Wyatt family. It's a different side of the Wyatt family, maybe, but I could kind of see it. It's kind of like a cult mentality. But we had the House of Black taking on the Varsity Blondes. Good match for what it was, but Pillman has a back elbow. Black then hits a leg sweep. King hits a senton, and King and Black hit Dante. They call their new tag team finisher Dante's Inferno. I like it.
I like it. Yeah.
I like it. Covers in a 1, 2, 3. Dante's Inferno. I like it. Black then says, "Members of the House of Black, rise." Then Pac appears on the big screen. Says he now has a bigger purpose. He sees Black. He is the same as every other Cretan in AEW. You may have a few spells up your sleeve, but the bastard is out of reach. Uncorruptible. You expect him to bow and call him your master. Pac will make an example of you. If Pac joins the House of Black soon, let's go. I mean, that sounds like him going after the House of Black technically, but he still holds. He's still wearing a cloth over his eyes. He's still blind. But once he takes off that shit and it's all black, or if it's all black,
yeah,
it could happen.
Like I said, I keep thinking my man's is playing Bird Box and he was watching Bird Box too much because I saw him take the cloth off his eyes and I was like, oh, he's dead. It's over.
Oh,
it's
he's
over.
dead. It's over.
He's going now. So, man. But nah, I'm with you, Phil.
Such an intriguing storyline with the House of Black. It's really intriguing, and you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. Because, like you said, Phil, right now it looks like he's going after Malachi Black and Brody King.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't know what can happen. So.
But that's what I like about this company. We can speculate all we want, and it can be something completely different. And it could be a good different,
right?
Too. It's not going to be a bad different. So you have all that happen, but Black saying all the members of the House of Black rise. He said members. I'm telling you, there's going to be more people. He's going to be building this thing.
Yeah.
But I do want to bring up this. And I want to bring up something I said during the actual intro of the show before, our actual music intro with the video. I like Malachi Black with Brody King. I think the House of Black as a stable is going to be something great. But I don't want Malachi Black to just be tied down to a tag team. We all know Malachi Black is a future world champion. Or he could be. We all know Malachi Black can be a singles star. And so can Brody King. Sure, Brody King may be known for tag teams in the past with Ring of Honor, and obviously he teamed with Malachi Black before. That's why they kind of made this tag team a thing to begin with.
Right.
But I just don't want them to be tied down to this tag team. If you get what I'm saying, like they can obviously still be a tag team, but they can obviously still be single stars too and be absolutely killing it.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
So I don't want them to be tied down to a tag team, but at the end of the day, if the tag team is just a good way to get Brody King on the feet of AEW and just getting him acquisitioned into just the AEW universe, I'm fine with it. I just hope that they're just not going to be a tag team for ever, so we'll see what happens, but for right now, obviously being the tag team is probably the perfect way to get Brody King acclimated to AEW. So we come back from we have a video package for Lance Archer and Hangman Adam Page. Trust me, they'll come later. But we come back from a commercial break and Brandon Cutler set up a camera. Trent Beretta and Rocky Romero enter the shot. And they say that they have been losing to the Elite week after week. They beat the Young Bucks for the IWGP Tag Team Championships 3 times. So bringing up the IWGP, bringing up New Japan, that's so there's something like that maybe. I'm telling you guys right now, that's not going to be the last time we're hearing New Japan stuff. They are the guys to beat the Young Bucks, and they challenge the Bucks to a match on Rampage. Up next, guys, Frankie Kazarian versus Lance Archer. I was in a group call, right?
Yeah.
With some people. I was talking with Saul, Loff, and Megan. I mentioned Lance Archer to Loff. And Loff was just like, holy fucking shit, is this guy huge? I'm like, yeah, dude, it's been a long time since you probably seen him. The last time you probably saw him was in 2009 when he was in WWE for like 2 months, and then he got released. Or however long he was with the WWE for. And yes, Lance Archer was a part of WWE in 2009. I told him, I'm like, listen, when he got released, he went all around the world. New Japan, Ring of Honor, other promotions around the world. I don't think he was ever a part of Impact. But man, he has changed a ton after he got released. And he's like, and Loff was like, obviously. Man's absolutely jacked now. I'm like, yeah, well, you look at him now. He's great. And then he looked up from the phone and the match was over. Because, we were all just talking to Saul and Megan, so he looks up from his phone and the match is over. He's like, whoa, the match is over already? It's like, who did he even face? He's like, oh, wait, that was Kazarian. I'm like, yep, that was Kazarian.
I was kind of the same way. I was like, oh man, Frankie Kazarian. I said, I haven't seen this guy in a minute. And then as soon as I saw Lance Archer come out, I was like,
you know where this is going.
Yep, I know where this is going. All right. Well,
I do have to say though, Kazarian got a lot more offense than I thought he was going to.
Yeah, that's true.
Which I kind of don't like, honestly. And here's why. Lance Archer's a big dude. And I'm not saying Kazarian's small.
Mm-hmm.
But Lance Archer's going after Hangman Adam Page for the World Championship.
Mm-hmm.
Lance Archer needs some pretty dominant wins, knowing that we have not seen him in a long time and he's already just being put into a World Championship feud. He needs dominating wins. I feel like listen, Frankie Kazarian, he's a veteran of this business. He knows he knows he had to lose this match just to get Lance Archer to win so that he can actually feel credible to be in a world championship feud. I get that. But Lance Archer really needs some big wins and dominating wins to prove to us that, yeah, sure, I've been off TV for a long time, but I am future world championship material, and I can beat anybody on any given day of the week. I don't know. That's just me, though. I feel like it just needed to be more dominant instead of Frankie Kazarian actually having a lot of the offense in this match.
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. I agree with you with that. I say a lot of it. I don't know. A lot of Lance Archer matches, they're alright, but like yeah, they need something. So I agree with you on that on that what you just said.
So to go over the final portions of this match, we have Kazarian escaping the blackout with hammering elbows to the back of the head. He's biting him on the forehead at this point, and Kazarian hits a missile drop kick, springboard leg drop, and covers for a 1 count. That part I liked because it's obviously Lance Archer and kicking out at 1, good stuff for him. Kazarian with a running knee. Archer then hits a forearm, a big choke slam, and then Archer hits a helicoaster. Hits the blackout for the 1-2-3. Perfect ending. Looked dominant at that point. But I'm telling you right now, Kazarian having most of the offense, you kind of got to work that out a little bit so that Archer can have dominating wins to be credible for a world championship, and then we'll be good to go.
Mm-hmm.
Not saying that Archer is not future world championship material, but if you're going to put him in a world championship feud after not being on TV for a little bit, you need to have dominating wins.
Yeah, I agree with you.
So we had. So Tony Schiavone was actually in the ring at this point, and he asked, "What the heck is the relationship between Dan Lambert and Lance Archer?" Because yes, Dan Lambert was at ringside with him, and I was very confused about that at first because I'm like Lance Archer's manager is Jake the Snake, and it was just Dan Lambert out there. I was like, whoa, what the heck is
They,
this?
yeah, they had Jake the Snake come out with him, but I guess Jake the Snake went back in the back.
Yeah, so it was weird. So what is the relationship with Dan Lambert? Lambert says that Paige isn't old enough for this. He played video games. He isn't prepared to be this for this monster. Archer then gets on the mic and says, "Enough of this cowboy bullshit. He will show them what he is all about and what he is about to do." Archer then throws Kazarian out of the ring, and then Archer goes to chokeslam Kazarian through a steel chair, but Hangman Page comes out, and he goes face to face with Archer. Page then slaps Archer, and Archer and Page tee off on each other. Page then hits Archer with the cowboy boot. It's so fitting. It's so fitting. So he hits him with a big boot, and then Page goes to the outside to hit a buckshot lariat, but Archer then catches him. Page then fights Archer out on the outside, and Lambert holds Archer back. So you have this brawl with them. I like it. I like seeing Adam Page with a little bit of fire, but I'm telling you, like, this does not scream revolution to me, man. It doesn't. Just have it on a random episode of Dynamite or a special episode heading on to Rampage, and you're good to go.
Yeah, I'm
This does
hoping.
not scream Revolution. Maybe Lance Archer could be in the face of the Revolution ladder match. I don't care about that, but this is not a world championship match for Revolution.
Yeah, let it be on like a random episode of Dynamite or Rampage or something.
I want to put it on Rampage, but Dynamite, yes. Rampage, I like. Yeah, sure, Rampage is a little bit of an extension for Dynamite, but just having a random AEW World Championship match on the Rampage, like, you'd rather put it on Dynamite at that point. But then oh wait, no, that wasn't the AEW World Championship. That was the Impact World Championship on that Rampage, wasn't it? Where Christian won it.
Yeah.
Against Kenny Omega, yeah. So
yeah.
that was the Impact World Championship. Which is crazy, by the way. That was awesome when all of that stuff happened. I was so happy for Christian at that time. But yeah, put on an episode of Dynamite or a special episode heading into Revolution, because this just does not feel like a Revolution match to me. So Marvez is with Dante Martin, Lee Moriarty, and Matt Sydal. Martin says that, listen, he has had their back. Moriarty said that they will have Martin's back as well. Just quick. It was quick. I didn't really see the point of that to be put on the show, but okay, they have each other's back. Good stuff. Stark and Hobbs say that Martin has a baby brother complex, but nobody is his friends, and he will find out that he is going to be all alone. Hobbs and Martin will need somebody to watch his back, because Team Taz builds assassins. Cool. Come back from commercial break, and Tony Schiavone is with Kris Statlander and Red Velvet. Layla Hirsch interrupts and says, listen, if you actually had that type of fire and that type of actual intensity in their match, they would have won on Rampage. You're the full reason why they lost, and that is the reason why Red not only lost thousands of dollars, but I lost thousands of dollars, and that is not okay with me. Red says, look, this is just miscommunication. It happens all the time for tag teams. Don't sweat it. Layla Hirsch then just attacks Red Velvet and Statlander. I was like, holy crap.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
Oh, wow.
Layla Hirsch still needs to work on that mic. She's terrible on the mic right now, but I like the fire in that attack. That at least looked okay. But she still needs work on that mic skills. Because I'm telling you right now, I definitely feel like she doesn't even believe in what she's saying right now. And when you don't believe in what you're saying, you can't make it authentic.
Yeah, that's true.
You need to believe in what you're saying if you're doing a promo, backstage, in the ring, or wherever you're doing a promo. You need to believe in what you're saying. You need to know who you are. As a character and as a person. Because once you actually know how to speak it as a person, putting it into your character is second nature. Because you know who you are and you know how to deliver things. I feel like Layla Hirsch doesn't know how to deliver things yet, and she's just going out there doing these promos that she has no idea how to say. She's speaking words, but that's it. She's just speaking them. She's not feeling them, and she's not conveying them in the way that she probably wants to. Or has to. I don't know. Promos are very complicated, and I would never actually want to do them live, because at the end of the day, like, I'd be a fucking nervous wreck. But it's a hard thing to do. I don't envy them one bit, because it does take time to figure out who you are. I don't know. Again, that's just me, maybe being a little bit too critical, but at the end of the day, I'm just like I want to see these girls. I want to see these girls succeed. You know,
True.
in the ring and on the mic. I feel like Lila Hirsch can actually be something in this company if she just put in the work for the mic. We had Serena Deeb and Skye Blue next, and I was so happy for Skye Blue, but then again, I knew what was coming. Skye Blue looks so much like Cora Jade.
Man, I said that. I was like,
It's not even funny, dude. Like, I feel like they could be twins.
I was like, it's Corey J Jr.
Cora
or
Jade 2.0. There you go.
2.0.
She looks so much like her, and the thing is, like, she's honestly really good in the ring. If you actually seen her on Dark a couple of times, which I know a lot of people don't watch Dark, but I've actually gotten into the habit of watching Dark because there are actually some people on Dark that you can see on Dynamite. And the thing is, Skye Blue has been working her ass off on Dark, and now she made it to Dynamite. So I'm happy about that. I was happy for her, but then when I saw that she was facing Serena Deeb, we all knew what was happening. I felt so bad because she is good.
Feels like, yeah, this is not good. All right. So,
Just like Bear Country. Anytime Bear Country's on Dynamite, I get so hyped and I know they're just gonna lose again. When they keep defeating everybody on Dark, they just lose on Dynamite. I feel so bad for those people, man. Bear Country's so good. So, this is a quick match. Obviously, Serena Deeb. So Deeb hits an uppercut and then a swinging neck breaker. Deeb then hits the Deeb Tox. And then she goes into a Serenity Lock. And Blue taps out. So, first of all, I love that name for her submission finisher, the Serenity Lock.
mm-hmm.
I like it. Serena Deeb. Ever since she turned heel, dude, she is absolutely one of the best things on the women's roster right now in AEW. She is so intriguing, and I'm telling you right now, she needs a championship around that waist of hers. That's why I said TBS championship. Boom, you got it.
Right.
But what are your thoughts on this Serena Deeb heel run right now? You liking it? You thought she was probably just better as a babyface? Are you just kind of were you kind of just trying to get back, still getting back into her because of everything that she was a part of when she was in WWE? Like, what's going on with your mind when it comes to Serena?
I'm kind of like a little bit of, I don't know. I'm kind of get back into her from the stuff that she did with WWE, and then also her heel run right now is fantastic. So like she's doing really really good. She took out Sheeta, so Sheeta's going to be out for a minute.
Oh, and that the injury angle with her leg is storyline. She's back in her homeland. Actually, I believe doing a movie. So yeah, that was all storyline. I remember I thought it was something to write her off for something.
Mm-hmm.
It was exactly that. She got written off to do something in her homeland. So she's gone, and we'll see what happens with Serena.
Yeah. So, but Serena is really doing good. Like I said, I didn't know anything about her being a wrestler outside of the Straight Edge Society in
And she wasn't even
WWE.
really in the ring for that.
Yeah, she wasn't even in the ring for that. She was just more like a manager type thing. So
Yeah.
um, getting to see her actually wrestle in like AEW is great for me to learn that. And like I said, her heel run right now is really, really good. Hopefully she goes for the TBS championship or maybe AEW championship run or something like that. But from where we're looking at it, she's doing really, really good, and we could see it happen soon. So just have
Yes.
to wait and see.
Dan Lambert is what men of the year. And Paige says that he did not scatter when Moxley offered a challenge on Rampage. Paige says that Moxley has been gone for a bit while he has been racking up them wins and getting up the AEW ranking system. Don't take Ethan Page lightly. He is a franchise player. Video package for Hook
Oh God.
came on.
Yeah, as soon as I saw that, I was like, "Oh no, here we go."
He has a match on Rampage, so that's great. Um, so against Serpentico, which is really good. I think that match is actually going to be a banger. Serpentico is a part of Chaos Project with Luther, not Gunther, Luther. DPW superstar Luther.
Yeah, I was just about to say Luther is part of DPW now. Shout out
Um,
to
he's
DPW.
obviously still a part of AEW. He's still contracted there, but DPW, Tony Khan allowed him to be in DPW, which is great. Good for those DPW guys. I fucking love it.
He's in a feud with Chris Danger, which is
Yeah,
crazy.
like it's so good, so good. um, so we have the Hook package. We then had all of that happen. Then there was a video package for Cody Rhodes and Sammy Guevara. There was a picture-in-picture break heading into the next Tony Schiavone interview, and it was Sammy Guevara, like on his hotel terrace or patio of his hotel room, looking out on a beach. If you guys don't know, Sammy Guevara and Tay Conti, they were in Brazil. They were in uh Tay's hometown of Brazil, and they were just obviously just chilling, having a good time. I mean, if you guys don't know, they're a thing, so go ahead, make all the stuff you want about it. But yeah, they were in Tay's hometown, not home country, I should say, Brazil, and yeah, so he was just chilling on the beach in Brazil. He did those cue card promo things that he did during the commercial break. I read every single one of them. Pretty much what he was saying in all of it was he accepts the challenge for next week and the ladder match is on. So I knew the ladder match was going to be on anyway, but it's cool just seeing Sammy Guevara, even though he's not in the States, could accept the challenge regardless. And obviously, I feel listen, AEW is based out of listen, he could have been like in Florida or California doing that stuff, or he could legitimately be in Brazil. We don't, but it's regardless, he accepted the challenge, and we're good to go. TNT Unification Championship ladder match, beach break. Let's go. I love it though when he does those cue card promos.
Yeah.
It's just he holds it, you read it, and he just chucks it away, and he goes through all of them. And then it's just a normal big commercial break, and then it goes back to Dynamite. It's like usually only one commercial as like the full screen, and then we're back to the show. But I love it when he does those. They're so innovative.
Yeah, I was about
I
to say
never
that.
really seen anybody do that before until him.
Yeah, I was about to say that could work too for like superstars that have problems with like promos or
Yeah,
stuff
it
like
could.
that. Yeah,
And he's been doing it ever since the whole Sammy vlog thing too.
yeah.
If you haven't seen Sammy's vlogs on his YouTube channel, they're so good.
I've seen a couple. Yeah,
They're so good. And it all started thanks to BTE.
yeah. Being the elite, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
It all started because of that too. So, everything like listen, BTE, Sammy's vlogs, any other kind of YouTube kind of content that they got for AEW, it's honestly really good stuff. And it just shows that they have characters outside of the norm when it comes to their TV. Like Tony Khan allows these guys to express themselves in other ways that WWE wouldn't allow other people to do. I mean, heck, they're taking money away from Up Up Down Down. And that's just another story that we could talk about another day.
Yeah,
But
that
um
sucks.
and that's just some fucked up shit. Um but Tony Khan is allowing these guys to express themselves in other ways, and I couldn't be more proud of those guys. So now here you go, Nate. This is your chance to shine. Go ahead, talk about Andrade and the HFL shit. I hate
Oh
it.
my god, bro! What,
I hate it.
man? This was
This is
the
the best they can
most.
do for
This
Andrade.
man, this was the most dumbest segment in the show. Like, bro,
This is the
come
best they can
on,
do
man.
for Andrade.
Man,
I
like
don't like
this
it.
stuff is so dumb. They should have just they should have got rid of the Hardy family office a while ago.
Yeah,
I,
like I feel like it's been together for years, even though I know it's only been a few months.
man, I about to say Private Party are good on their own. They don't need Matt Hardy, Big Money Matt, whatever you want to call him.
Yeah.
Matt Hardy is good on his own. Andrade is obviously good on his own.
See you
But
later, Josh. Have a good night, man.
all
Sorry
right,
about that,
Josh.
Nate.
Yeah, yeah, you good. But pretty much everybody that's a part of the Hardy family Hardy family office are good on their own.
Yeah,
The Bunny,
the Bunny's
uh,
great on her own.
Butcher
Butcher and
and
Blade are
Blade,
great.
Private Party, Matt Hardy, and then Andrade.
Yeah.
But this crap,
Now they're known as the AHFL or whatever they're doing it now as. The
this
Andrade
crap,
Hardy family office. Like, no, just like Andrade is a world champion material type guy. And this is the best they could do for him. I don't like it.
hey, he's gonna get 51%, and I'm gonna take the 49%.
Take the
And then
49.
he's gonna
Like,
be the president of the Hardy family office. Let's go! Yay!
what kind of presidency are you like? What is this? Like,
And then Andrade, yeah, I am now El Presidente. Like, come on, man.
if
Lord,
Zelina Vega didn't sell out and stay with WWE, she could have been with Andrade all along.
man. It's
He
sad.
doesn't even fit with them. Like, he's a completely different type of character.
It's sad. It's really sad.
I mean, look how different every single person, like in this are. Matt Hardy, Private Party. Well, Matt Hardy actually, like mentoring Private Party, I didn't mind that. But then they expanded. They expanded into Butcher and Blade. Obviously, the Bunny has been associated with Butcher and Blade for the longest time. So then all of a sudden they just had to add the Bunny in there. And now it's just Andrade with Jose. Jose's not even really needed. Andrade speaks for himself. What is Jose doing there?
Absolutely nothing.
What is Jose doing? And you're right, absolutely nothing. He just stands there.
And to be honest, I liked Andrade with Chavo Guerrero better.
I did too. At least Chavo spoke.
Yeah.
Jose doesn't even speak.
Oh man.
Oh, but trust me, Ric Flair's coming to AEW too, right? No. Stop. Ric Flair is not going to step foot in any wrestling promotion for a very long time. After everything that happened. So no, that's not happening. We're going to have Jose for the longest time here. And it's absolutely unnecessary. The AHFO. Great. I made well over 7 digits today. Absolutely wonderful, says Matt Hardy. Meet the hashtag AHFO, the Andrade Hardy Family Office. And he deserves so much better. All of these guys deserve a lot better. Main event time.
Yes, sir.
Sting and Darby Allin taking on the Acclaim.
Yo, listen.
Listen.
Oh man.
Great stuff. Sting is 62 years old, and he's diving off a stage through a table.
Man, that was fantastic. I was hype over that. I was hype over that. I was like, did this guy just dive off a stage through a table? I was like, that's crazy. Oh man, but man, you love to see it. I'm glad that Sting is still able to do that type of stuff.
Sting is proving WWE wrong every time he steps foot in an AEW ring. People's WWE thinks that when you're over 30 years old, you're old as fuck. This man is 62 years old and he's proving them wrong every single time. WWE has no idea what they're doing, man. Like they had no idea what they were doing with Sting, and now he's here in AEW just killing it every time. Good job, Tony Khan. That's all I have to say.
Man. Facts. I was gonna say that rhyme that Platinum Max was spitting tonight.
Max Caster's always great.
Yeah,
and I would not even be shocked if DeMarcus actually does this promo on TikTok tomorrow.
It was good, but it wasn't all that great. I wasn't really feeling it tonight. I was about to say the only bar that I felt was the Starcade 97 bar. That was the only bar
was good. Yeah, that was good.
I was like, oh, that I'll say that was nice right there. That was nice.
Excuse me. But man, this match was great. To go over the final portion of the match, we had Bowens breaking out of a guillotine choke, and he hits a side slam. Caster then hits a mic drop elbow, covers, and Sting breaks the count. Breaks the cover. Sting then clotheslines Caster out of the ring. Then sends Bowens out to the ring as outside the ring as well. Sting then dives off the stage onto Bowens, who was on the floor, through a fucking table. Perfect. Like, there was nothing flawed about that spot whatsoever. He did it. He executed it perfectly. Allen hits a stunner, the Slumdog Millionaire stunner. Then a coffin drop. And cover for the 1, 2, 3. Sting and Darby Allin are obviously going to win this match. I'm sorry, Nate.
Nah, I already figured that out. I was like,
Yeah.
I kind of figured that they were gonna win. So,
But at the end of the day, Sting and Darby Allin, they had a classic with the Acclaimed. The Acclaim is not going to be hurt by this whatsoever. They are obviously one of the best tag teams here in AEW. They're gonna have tag team gold on them at some point. We both know that. I feel like everybody here in this chat knows that. At the end of the day, the Acclaimed, honestly, were probably made by this match alone. This proved Tony Khan that these guys could be something in AEW, mainly because of the work ethic that they had in a match between Sting and Darby Allin tonight. They're going to be just fine.
yeah.
Sting and Darby Allin then celebrate as Dynamite goes off the air. Usually when people celebrate as the show goes off the air, I'm kind of expecting something because it's kind of just something that we kind of get acclimated to now with AEW. If somebody's celebrating, something's either going, like, the lights are either going to go out or or something just crazy is about to happen and everybody's marking out for no reason, and all of a sudden it just cuts to a full screen of the ring and
Yeah.
somebody's behind them or something, but nothing happened. They just celebrate as the show goes off the air to just end off a really good Dynamite. Just a good show overall, and I cannot wait for Beach Break next week.
Yes, sir.
And that's it, guys. That's your AEW Dynamite post show. 2 hours, not bad. We just kind of had to talk 20 minutes about that Moxley promo because Moxley deserved the 20 minutes that he got in the ring tonight, and he deserved 20 minutes of airtime here on OTB.
Right.
Moxley's back, and it's just great to see. But that's it. OTB is going to be out for the night. We're actually going to be out tomorrow as well. I could be doing an extra tomorrow, personally. I do kind of want to just get some actual news out there to you guys. But, maybe that's the thing. I kind of either have to get stories together or just figure out what I'm going to be doing. If not, I'll obviously mention it on TikTok for you guys, just so that you guys just don't come to this just so that you guys don't come to the channel tomorrow expecting something when I made an announcement. But we'll figure it out. We are obviously going to be there on Friday, though. As we all know, with Friday Night SmackDown, AEW Rampage should be a pretty good show. People are still probably leaving the arena because Rampage does not end until 12 o'clock. And usually, when it comes to just exiting an AEW arena, Nate, you know as well, it gets pretty hectic doing that. So people are probably still leaving the arena. And it's 1 o'clock. When I went to Grand Slam, we didn't get home until 2:30. So then again, we were driving from New York to Connecticut back to Connecticut. So you were at least, I believe you were still in your state.
Yeah,
You were still in your state.
I just drove downtown. That's it.
Yeah.
And downtown is probably like a good 15
I went to
minutes.
goddamn New York.
Yeah.
But hey, it was a good time. I saw goddamn Kenny Omega and Bryan Danielson live.
Yeah.
In that fucking classic. I might actually go back and watch that Dynamite again tomorrow. So good. But that's it, guys. We'll see you guys on Friday for SmackDown and AEW Rampage. I sold out at the beginning of the video. You know I have to sell out at the end of the video as well. Go hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 500 subscribers. We want to hit that for WrestleMania. We also want to get that like goal to 15. We also want just you to support the channel in any way that you possibly can. You guys can follow us on social media. All the TikTok links are down in the description below. You guys have been absolutely killing it over there on my page, on Nate's page, on Loft, Saul's, Megan's, and Bash's. Like everybody's TikTok is blowing up as of late, and I obviously love seeing that. I did a video, a very random ass video today. Nate, you probably saw it. You saw the
Yeah,
"What OTB truly thinks about me" video.
that video was beautiful, man.
That shit was great. Um, I'll take it. Being a friend of yours, uh, Saul was going crazy. Loft was just confused when he chose black. That's
I
obvious.
was like,
Listen, if
I
you
don't.
guys have not seen that
Yeah,
video, go to my TikTok. It's hilarious. Um, Megan chose a color that I was very happy with, but then again, I kind of just had to rethink to myself.
he's like, wait a minute, yeah, no.
Yeah, and then also 1C's portion of the video was just perfect. You know how 1C is anyway, so that
Yeah,
was just perfect.
I
If you
gotta
guys
say,
legitimately have not seen that video, go check it out.
yeah, that was probably one seat that yelled at Moxley. I don't know.
Probably. I mean, hey, he probably would travel all the way to AEW Dynamite, even if it was like 3 or 5 states away from him, just to yell at somebody. Uh, but yeah, guys, that's it. We'll talk to you guys soon. Friday Night SmackDown, AEW Rampage. We'll see how bad Friday Night SmackDown is on Friday, mainly because of how depleted that roster is.
Man,
That roster is so bad, dude.
I just saw a random picture too on Facebook talking about how the roster was when the draft ended, and then how the roster is now. And I'm like,
Send that picture to me, because I might actually want to do a TikTok on that.
I got you. I was about to say, I gotta. I'm pretty sure I know where it is on Facebook. I just gotta find it.
Okay. That actually could be a pretty good talking point for a TikTok. But yeah, guys, we'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Maybe. Well, maybe we'll do something tomorrow, but Friday for sure. We'll see you guys then. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you very soon. Have a good night. Peace.